Thank you for all of your feedback on the past couple of episodes. I have a number of names on my shortlist now, and we'll be having a look at them in a moment. Do let me know as well what you think of the quality of the audio. I'm using my new Elgato Wave 3 mic. They were very kind enough to send me last week. This is the first opportunity I've had to record with it. I've used it on a stream and got some positive feedback. So do let me know in the comment section if you think the mic audio sounds clearer and better. If you have any other feedback on it, then please do let me know. I'm still trying to fine-tune the settings with it. But hopefully it's an improvement on the previous mic. If you think it sounds decent, you want to check it out for yourself, there is a link in the description of every video now, as I'm currently an Elgato sponsor. So for this product, or the key lights that I use, or the stream deck that I use, or the internal recording capture cards that I use, there's a link down below. Do check Elgato out. I don't just shill them for the sake of shilling them. I've been using their products for 5 years, ever since I started my YouTube channel. They are the best, and I'm very fortunate now to be sponsored by them as well. So, cracking on then, moving forward. I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. Nibs off the transfer list, and Goy replacing him on the transfer list. That's the sale we'll be making. Harvey Nibs stays at the club. Thank you for that feedback. I would have sold him if it weren't for the feedback that you gave. And over the course of the last 2 episodes, that was a very strong opinion. So, looking then at some of the options that we've got here available to us. You guys said, yes, do sign Ollie Skip on a free. So I shall do that in this episode before the first game, before we even advance any further. I have a number of names here on the shortlist. Obviously, not everybody that you suggested is here. I picked and chose some of my favourites of your suggestions, a couple of which we still won't be going for. I'm intrigued to see what Dejaku looks like. He's at FC Bayern München Zwei, so their second team, not at the main club. So that is an option. If he was at the main Bayern side, I'd said, probably little step beyond realism, but being at the second club, potentially. Also got Kyle Edwards. He was very popular as a suggestion. Thierry Ambrose was mentioned as well. I think he was a City youngster or at Celtic, something along those lines. This was the young Ribery regen that we saw earlier on in the save. I'm going to lean away from signing him. He is at the main Bayern side and is on £83,000 a week. That's not the sort of wages we can commit to as a championship club, I'm afraid. Todd Cantwell is here. If he were still at Norwich, I'd have said no. But with him having moved to Bournemouth and then being in our division, it's the potential of a signing. And I don't believe he plays that regularly for them in the championship, although I can check and see in the stats menus how many games he's played for them. We also have Ebretsi Eze. I still don't know how to pronounce his surname. I apologise. I'll try and find out. Do let me know in the comment section if you can spell it for me phonetically. I believe it's Eze. Was calling him Easy in an earlier episode. Definitely got that wrong. But we'll wait and see. He can play at left mid as well as at cam, as you can see. Said Benrahma is obviously a very talented player. He's with Brentford, who of course knocked us out the playoffs at the semi-final stage last year. They're in the Premier League now, but he's not playing that regularly as far as I can make out. So it would be an option. Also, Pedro Neto at Wolves is a player I'm extremely keen on for some point in this save. Whether it be this signing or later down the line depends on what his rating and his fee is. His fee is 26 million and his wage is 56,000. He is available on a pre-contract though. However, we are committing, or we have always said, one pre-contract signing per window. And that pre-contract signing this season is going to be Ollie Skip. Anthony Gordon is another player that was very heavily requested. So I'm keen to see what his stats look like when we get the scout report back. It's not going to take too long. He's available to buy and shouldn't be too expensive, I hope. But I will have to make a sale, I believe, to be able to afford him. And then there's Antonio Marin at Paris Saint-Germain. He's probably going to be well out of my price range and slightly out the realms of possibility for us as a championship side. But maybe for the future, we shall wait and see. I'm just leaving him on the shortlist so I can see what his rating is out of pure curiosity. We have today, actually, I don't want to have a look at the other leagues. We have today Swansea, then actually Wolves in the FA Cup. So maybe we'll get a sighting of Pedro Neto there, and then Derby away from home to end the window. only waiting for about 6 days or so for the majority of those scout reports as well, so we can advance a little bit further before committing to one of those permanent signings. One thing I do want to have a look at is Bournemouth. They're at the top, AFC Bournemouth, and I wanted to have a look and see how much football Todd Cantwell has been playing. And the answer is not very much at all. 3 appearances in the league so far this season, so that is a genuine potential signing for us, Todd Cantwell, on the left-hand side of midfield. First things first, though, let's go and get Ollie skipping, and then from there, we can contemplate signing someone else a little bit later on down the line. I think I'm going to have to sell Ngoy, though, to be able to afford a number of those primary options. We'll wait and see what they say here. He's probably going to want Crucial. He's more than welcome to Crucial, but if I can sign him on something less just to help with morale, then I will do as ever. But they want Crucial, and they can have it. So we shall... I don't know whether he'd take a wage cut, maybe coming down a division. I'll try and sign him for as long as possible. If they're signed 5, superb. Now, give me an idea of what you want wage-wise. No release clause is fine by me. And then moving on from there, are they going to give me an idea of salary? They're not. Now, I didn't check to see, actually, what they reckoned that I'd be able to sign him on. So I'll offer him what he's currently on at Tottenham. I don't know whether he'd take a cut or not. This might be a wild card. They're gonna accept it. Okay, I think for now that's probably the best. I might have been able to get him cheaper. I should have really checked before I went in, but I'm happy enough with the signing regardless. And 37 grand is towards the upper echelon of what you'd expect to pay for a championship player. But we're hoping that we won't be a championship side for too much longer. Can't guarantee you playtime, Julian, and don't make me regret it, Harvey. It was the fans that chose for you to stay, and hopefully you can prove them in having made the right decision. So, moving on then with the first game of the day. It's Swansea first, then Wolves in the Cup, and then Derby at the end. Swansea are 13, Derby are down in 21st. These should be 2 pretty straightforward league games. I am still toying with the idea of throwing Aberdeen into the starting lineup, but Aberdeen just scored a hat-trick recently, so I can't really take him out and justify removing him at this particular moment in time. So we'll start with him at home against Swansea. Then the rotation side will play against Wolves in the Cup, and then we'll contemplate as to what to do starting lineup-wise for the Derby game. But let's start with hopefully 3 points against Swansea and take it from there. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too with the notification bell tick so you don't miss out on any more content. And let's jump in. Now, you may notice that this is not synced with my face in the picture. Unfortunately, because of the new audio equipment that I've gotten, I made a bit of a whoopsie with the audio levels. So, unfortunately, you may have noticed from the previous clip, actually, that the in-game sound was a lot louder than it usually is. And in the actual gameplay itself, I ended up getting drowned out by the in-game sound. So, unfortunately, just for the gameplay here, and for the 3 games today, I'm going to have to do a post-commentary. I've already, by the time I'd gotten around to noticing that this was an issue, I'd already saved and, you know, I can't get back to where I was. So just for this one episode, unfortunately, for the actual gameplay side of things, we're going to be just doing a quick post-commentary. I apologise. I'll make sure that I get it sorted for the next episode tomorrow, so it's not going to be an issue again. But again, please do let me know what you think of the audio quality of the mic. This is just a post-com piece rather than the live stuff that you saw or you heard earlier on. But in the background, let's actually concentrate on what's going on, shall we? We've just taken a 1-0 lead here against Swansea. That didn't last that long at all. Right up the other end, and the Greek with the really long name manages to get himself an equaliser here for Swansea. They were sat mid-table, so expecting a half-decent test here, but we'll wait and see what happens in the second half. It was pretty even for the majority of the game, but I was hoping to get a winning goal, and bish, there goes the second, but whether it's a winning goal or not, we'll have to wait and see. For their goal, I drew a centre-back out of position and opened up my back line, and they were able to punish me for that. They did the exact same thing there, and pulled a defender out of position to close the ball down, and then I was able to slot Adebayo into the space offered by that mistake, and we're able to get ourselves a second goal and go 2-1 up. You can see top left that we got the game against Wolves in the FA Cup coming up next as our next game, but this was a really nice team move that was finished off superbly by Victor Adebayo. Very pleased to have tucked that away into the corner. Beautiful team move, wonderful volleyed finish. That's 3-1 Cambridge, and now let's head back to actual live com, Ches. we won't bother with a post-match press conference there. Fully dominant game. Bournemouth win again. Watford win again. The fight at the top continues, but we're strengthening our position in third place in the table. And as we advance towards Wolves, we should hopefully have some of those scout reports back. Finland have offered me the international manager's job. You're all right, lads. Sorry. The only Finns I support are in F1. Shout out Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas. Right, let's have a look then at these ratings. Ollie Skip we know is coming in. Kyle Edwards is 73 rated. Certainly within budget. I'm not sure what his potential is going to be if he's only 73 rated at 25 years of age. Is that enough of an improvement? I'm not sure. Todd Cantwell, 79 rated. He's got a big release clause. We can't afford that, but we might be able to sign him with just some money. Although his wages are quite agreeable. Ezzy, he does look very good. He's played well against us, but it's going to be expensive. Actually, he's available on a pre-contract as well. So unfortunately, he's going to be out of the realms of possibility because, of course, we're not going to be signing anyone on a free. If it were FM, I could, or real life, I could buy the player now, like agree contract signings with him, then buy the player now for a small fee. But unfortunately, that's not an option for us. This guy's still no idea. Oh, his team don't want to sell him anyway, so we'll just remove him then. Thierry Ambrose, looks like he might be okay. He's certainly affordable, so we'll hold out for that report. Slightly out of the price range at the minute, Ben Rama, but does look very good. And at 80 rated would be a joint highest rated player. Similarly, Pedro Neto. He's available on a pre as well, isn't he? So I'll remove him. Now, Anthony Gordon was one of the most popular suggestions. And he would be... I don't know. I'm definitely going to need the sale, aren't I? He does look good, though. 85 short passing certainly intrigues me. Still waiting for the scout report back on Marin. No bids yet for any of the other players, though, that are on the transfer list. Burton, Norris... Most importantly, Julian Ngoy, if we can sell him, we can afford someone. I could go in, actually, and offer player plus Ngoy, if they'd be open to it. So I might as well do that now. Oh, let me quickly check FIFA. Edwards, Kyle Edwards, what is your overall potential? 75. So he doesn't have the most amazing potential anyway. I'm not sure he's going to be the one, you know. Anthony Gordon was very popular, so let's see if we can buy him and use Ngoy as part of the deal. They might not be open to it, Everton. They might well be. We'll try a player swap, striker, as Julian Ngoy. They're not going to be interested in him, unfortunately. Other player, I'm not willing to let any of my other strikers go. Other position, centre-backs. Not really. Wingers. Not really. Wow, Campos is valued at 55 million now. So it would have to be a transfer fee. And, well, I don't have a massive amount of money available to me. They are probably not going to value... Oh, I was hoping they weren't going to value him too highly because he's not going to have a massive amount of first-team football at Everton, you wouldn't have thought. 75 rated, but evidently they value him highly enough to ensure that he's out of my price range, sadly. No, Anthony Gordon is not going to be an option for us, sadly, unless we're able to get the sale of... unless we're able to get the sale of Julian Ngoy. Now, Todd Cantwell could be good. 25 years of age, 79 rated. Again, I'll offer the Julian Ngoy player swap. They're not going to be interested in him either. But as we saw, he isn't playing for them. Other positions, centre-back, winger, midfielders. I mean, maybe I could offer them Tate. No, they're not going to want him. Okay, we'll try just a financial deal then and see what they'll say. I'll offer 12. Obviously, we saw he's not starting for them, so they might be open to a lower deal. Let's try. We tried 12. Let's try 12.5-ish and see if they're open to much negotiation. They've come down a lot. Now I'm going to try and maximise my potential deal here. There we go. 13.5 for Todd Cantwell. He's on 10 grand a week wage wise. Now is he going to give me a recommendation anywhere of what I should offer him a week? No, just going to be able to It might actually, in the negotiation page, it should give me an option, shouldn't it? Or should say recommended wage. Current wage 10 grand. He wants a crucial squad role. I'll try and get him on important, but he will be starting in our first lineup every week. And indeed, he wants a crucial, so he can have it. Right, squad roll out the way. 5-year deal, please. That will take you through to your 30. Try and get him to sign a 4. That'll take him through to his 29. And they'll sign that. Good. Now, no release clause is obviously fine with me. It means we definitely don't stand any surprises down the line. Any recommended wage? No. I can afford pretty much any wage he wants. I will give him a wage boost from Bournemouth, and hopefully they'll either agree that or... Yep, okay, there we go. A new left-sided midfielder is in. Sorry, Benrahma, Marine, Gordon, Edwards, and Ambrose. We have Todd Cantwell in as a new starting left-sided midfielder in our first 11. That is very, very, very good news for us. Todd goes straight in. And, well, I've got quite a lot of defenders, don't I? Right now, as you can see there. That was pretty ridiculous. Right, Wolves next in the FA Cup with the rotated 11. Chance for Aberdeen to have another go. Still no sign of Ngoy moving on, although we are actually going to take Ngoy out of that lineup now, aren't we? And put Nibs. Where are you? There he is. And put Nibs into the 11. Right, cracking on. Can we get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup? Hey, guess who's back? It's Post-Ches again. John Ruddy in goal here for Wolves. A former Cambridge United player, started his professional career at Cambridge United, as we've mentioned a number of times in various different RTGs throughout the course of, well, what was the first one? FIFA 15, the first RTG we did with Cambridge United. This is the 4th iteration of it. 15, 17, 19, and then you guys were desperate for one the very next year rather than having to wait for an alternate year. So that's why we find ourselves with the RTG again here, looking to try and get ourselves a 1-0 lead before half-time. The first half was very, very tight between ourselves and Wolves, trying to find some space for a shot, and Aberdeen flashes that one wide. Not that many opportunities in the first half to bring to you, unfortunately, but as we push just 20 minutes from time now, you can see Wolves are on the attack, trying to get themselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. This is the this is the 4th round, and whoever goes through from here will be in the round of 16, which I believe is the first round without a replay, but I'm not sure. But Wolves had their effort go wide there as well, and 10 minutes from time, Julian Ngoy off the bench feeds Aberdeen. Nibs with the first time effort that is well saved by John Ruddy, despite the fact he's probably pushing 38, 39 in this save now by the 5th season. Great reactions shown by him there. Aberdeen, though, gets played in here. You can see just the number of black shirts in front of me here, trying desperately Wolves to hold on here. Aberdeen spins the man, though, and buries it on his left-hand side. We're going to go through to the next round of the FA Cup, into the round of 16, and I'm going to hand over back to me again. A victory nonetheless. Schofield had to be involved to make a couple of saves, but he made them, and we're through with a clean sheet to boot. Time to head towards Derby now and try and add another set of 3 points. Can we win the FA Cup? It's too early for a verdict of that, thank you very much. But we're going to head through to the Derby game now and hope to continue what's been some better league form of late.
Thanks for speaking to us.
Extra victories rather than draws recently, and hopefully we can keep that going, although we will have another train here. You'll have to let me know, should I add Cantwell to any training regimes? I'm thinking no, and letting his overall potential just take him further if possible. I do need to check, actually. In fact, let me do it now. What is Todd Cantwell's default potential? Obviously, dynamic potential will kick in, but Todd Cantwell starts at 74 with potential of 82. I don't think we need to worry about training him at all. He's going to grow well enough on his own. Sorry, Sparta Rotterdam. Agustia stays for now. And OK Reiki's complaining about lack of first team football. Well, guess what, mate? You still get your space in the squad and you're about to start the next game. Let's see what Todd Cantwell is all about. Transfer offer from Impact Montreal, or Montreal Impact, from MLS again for Julian Ngoy. This time we are willing to negotiate with a side from across the pond. 6.7 million bid. We'll try and get his valuation if we can. But, I mean, they should go that far, shouldn't they? No, they're just going to offer me... I'll take the sale. I'll take the sale. Julian Ngoy is hopefully on his way to Montreal Impact, and we'll have that money come into the coffers and be carried over to next year. We are, well, 19 points off second. And now 6 points above Preston in 7th. Have Derby improved since we last saw? No, still 21st. Well, this should be another set of 3 points on Todd Cantwell's debut. We hope so. And for the third and final time, cheers again. Derby County in the Championship this time around. You can see they're going to be starting a 4-2-3-1 with Martin Waghorn through the middle, Paganini on the right and Josef Zone on the left. They're down just above the relegation zone in 21st place as we head into this fixture. So I was hoping to be able to get 3 points here against Derby County, which we shall aim to do at Pride Park. 28 or so minutes into the game, and it was actually going to be Derby that were going to have the first opportunity. You could tell from at least the first half against Swansea until the second and third goals came along that I was struggling to be quite creative in the first game. And similarly, in the game against Wolves, it was a late goal there that saw us win that first game. And again, we're already at half-time before our first real proper opportunity arrives. Bissouma's going to take possession, fire it just wide of the target as we head into the second half and in for half-time there. So things not necessarily being that creative for me in this game either. A frustrating episode with regards to chance creation. We have been good defensively, though. Clean sheet against Wolves. They basically do the same as Bissouma there. Bielik hitting the side netting. And then it's Derby County again on the attack here just past the hour mark. But we're able to catch them on the counter. OK Reike on the breakaway in behind. You don't catch him once he's going, but he's going to need support here. Can I find anyone? That's the question. Lifting it over. Jack rolls on his left foot. Wide of the target. It's to be a 0-0 draw. Tell from those stats, can't you, that Derby were the better side. Watford and Bournemouth. Watford win 2-1. Didn't quite glance at Bournemouth's result there.
Some questions regarding the match.
Let's keep it realistic. Wasn't necessarily a poor performance from Todd Cantwell. Ups and downs in a season for Jack Rolls. Not that he performed badly either. We're unbeaten for a little while.
Thanks so much,
too long, but a little while. We'll try and keep that going as long as we can. Still solidly third in the table. Bournemouth have lost, and the gap has opened up. Watford looking like they're going to go and continue that run on to get themselves the Championship title that they probably, well, I say they deserved last year, but evidently two other sides scored over 110 points as well, so they perhaps deserved it more. On deadline day then, we'll see what will happen. A loan offer for Aberdeen from Tenerife. No. Another bid for Ngoy, was it? No, what was that other... Oh no, it was just an old email that I haven't deleted. Well, we'll see if we get Ngoy's sale go through. Nothing yet. Biggest deals of this window so far. Quiet window. Dale Lefeu, 22 million to Bayern. Paiva, 21.8 million to Bayer Leverkusen, and then our £13.5 million deal for Todd Cantwell is the third biggest signing of the entire window. Nobody is spending any money here in January of season. Never mind, I take that back. Patrick Cutrone has just a loan offer for Nims. No, thank you. Patrick Cutrone has just gone to Liverpool for £44 million from Wolverhampton Wanderers, 44.7, and Miranchuk to Manchester United, and Julian Draxler to Leipzig as well. Well, there were some bigger deals. 3 within an hour of each other. Transfer offer here, perhaps, is it? Oh, just confirmation that Ngoy has been sold and 5.5 million has been added to our budget. So next season, we will take across around about 8 million. Take across around about 8 million to add to next season's budget, which hopefully will be a Premier League budget. But still no idea whether that will be the case or not. I pray that it is. We shall wait and see. No big deals yet. In the final few hours, that might have been one. In fact, it was. You can see there, or perhaps I'm in the way. Another loan offer for Aberdeen. 2, in fact, I think. Accrington Stanley. Sorry, Aki, that's not happening. I'm probably in the way, but I can quickly show you it here. I'm trying to think which way I need to move. I think I need to move this way. Regardless, I'm still probably in the way. Milinkovic-Savic for 70.8 million from Liverpool to Bayern Munich, the biggest deal of the window by a margin. Liverpool involved in 2 big deals, one incoming, one outgoing. And as transfer deadline day ends, no other deals go through. I'll show you the biggest deals with the option that I have. Match rescheduled. So who have we got then in the FA Cup in the next round? no more extra time, I believe. It should be the quarterfinals, and it's Chelsea in the round of 16. Is there the opportunity for a replay in the round of 16? I don't think so. So in tomorrow's episode, Stoke, Middlesbrough, Bristol City, Blackburn, and Chelsea in the FA Cup. We finished the episode where we started in the league in 3rd place. Not edit transfers, there's transfer history. There we go. Right, so in the window just gone, the biggest transfer deal was that of, to be fair, Bruno Fernandes, actually 72 million. Transfer deadline day was Milinkovic-Savic, but Bruno Fernandes to Barcelona for 72 mil. 8th, that's August, isn't it? So that was done in the previous window. Have a look through. Serge Gnabry to Manchester United for 47.8 was done in October. Patrick Cutrone we saw. Diogo Jota to Paris Saint-Germain in September. Confirmation of that deal going through. Moranchuk we saw. That was September as well. Vlasic to Leipzig from Schalke. Another one there. Amur to Porto. Some smaller deals here. It's not been a massively expensive season, has it? Really? Not a lot of big deals. We're only 3/4 of the way down the list and already into the lower 20s with regards to the values. Jonathan Bamber to Everton for 23.6. I don't think really there's going to be anything else there of any real note. Politano going to Atleti. So that's where we'll end it today. And I showed you who we'll have. One quick final glance then at the table. 15 games to go. 45 points available. Watford already almost guaranteed automatic promotion. Already, the gap is 26 points. So they could seal, if we all win every remaining game, they'll seal the title, seal promotion, with 8 games to go. And that's providing we don't drop further points between now and then, which, let's be honest, we will do. But hopefully not as many as everybody below us. Still looking good for the playoffs. Still praying that we can make it to the Premier League next season. And we are building well as the squad improves with the arrival of Todd Cantwell. That's a good deal for us. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Growth further for Campos and Wilson there, I've noticed. And Cano and Collins. That's fantastic. Right, moving forward, I'll see you tomorrow. Seeing as I'm doing a bit of post-commentary, final shout-out here to the guys that have shown their support over on Patreon. Very much appreciate your continued support there. It's been a real offering of support and an outpouring of love from you guys during this COVID-19 period. So I very much appreciate that indeed. And as soon as things resurrect themselves financially with regards to the channel, I will let you know. But for now, thank you for your continued support. And I'll see you in the next one where audio issues won't be a problem.